buy something in 2024 that has completely changed your life? I have. I have a couple of really big items, a couple of little ones, and I'm so excited to share my top 3 best, absolutely incredible purchases of 2024 with you today. My first, and sits at the top of my list for 2024 and probably will for quite some time, is a bit of a tech item, but it is a robot vacuum, and in particular the Dreamy. I was so unsure if I was going to like it, use it, if it was going to be noisy, all of these things that just kept coming up. We did some really deep research, and the tech today has absolutely blown me away. I cannot imagine life without her. We did some research and found that the Dreamy, the self-cleaning, the self-refilling, the mopping, the vacuuming, everything in this device ticked a lot of boxes for our needs and our home. It has completely surprised me at the level that it cleans, the quietness. There's so many positives. I actually don't have any negatives. We purchased it in May of 2024 and didn't take long before I was like, this is amazing, and started raving about it to my friends. Everyone that we sort of have dinner with or catch up with, and it's like, oh, what's new or whatever. I'm just like, buy a robot vacuum that does vacuuming, mopping, cleans itself. You just change the water every so often, and it is incredible. Number 2 is an oversized art piece that we purchased from Bali overseas when we were on holidays, and it is in our dining space. We purchased it and had it reframed over here. Had it deframed and then we had it reframed, and it brings so much personality and light and happiness to that space. I cannot imagine our house, our home or the dining space that it's in, like without this art. It is absolutely beautiful. We are so lucky that we found it and were able to have it like shipped with us in a big tube when we came home, and then had a friend reframe it for us, and he done an amazing job. The timber is gorgeous, as you'll see in some footage. I absolutely just adore this piece of art, and now every time I walk past it, I look and it just fills me with happiness and the memories of us finding it overseas on holidays, and all of those little things that bring together a spectacular piece of art. It is a large piece of art. It's about 1.2 by 1.2, so it takes up quite a big space in our dining room on the wall, and it is something that I cannot imagine moving forward, that not being in our house or being a part of our dining experience. Number 3 is finding vintage and thrifted pieces that really speak to me and my husband and our house, and making it work and bringing some character and bringing some history to our space. This is one of my favorite ones. It is a little jug. It has some really pretty sort of brown tones. It has texture to it. I love the little shape of it. I sometimes just pop it on some books, or sometimes I pop a flower in it, or some greenery or something. It's really pretty. It has just been something I really gravitate to. I found some really great historic aviation books, and we are into aviation and aircraft, so that has been really great for our little library, and using them to style and having interesting books to pull out and say, oh, let's have a look at the history of this aircraft or whatever. I'm just looking over a couple of the books now, and finding books to style with of substantial size to stack or to lay down and use in a bookshelf or on as styling has been something I've really enjoyed, and something that I have had on a list of every couple of months. I go to thrift stores, I go to book fairs, And if we're away, I try and find vintage stores, and I'm always finding just a little piece here and there. And over the last 12 months, we have been able to collect quite a few pieces, and I'm so happy that our house is starting to feel like it has a little bit more character, a little bit more history and style, and some stories to it. We purchased this one over in Perth when hubby was working over there for a few weeks. I popped over and we went to a couple of vintage stores, and I found this one and I absolutely love it. So a few other things that we found that I've been able to find is this beautiful candlestick holder. It has some timber and some brass, and it has made in England on it. I love the tarnished look of it. It gives it some vintage history. It's very cool. I love this. We also found this one in Perth, so that's really cool. I love that it has like a bit of a story. We found some like cool bowls, books. So that's my top 3 purchases that have been surprising, unexpected, and amazing for 2024. If you have purchased something in 2024 that you absolutely love, please let me know in the comments. I love when people are like, this has changed my life. You know, everyone has different values and needs of different things, but going from like tech to something that's like a 50-year-old aviation book, and both of them live in my home, and I love them both so much. If you'd like to know more about my vintage thrifted pieces for 2024, then jump over to the next video, because I am diving deep into where they've come from, how I'm styling them, and what kind of items I keep an eye out for, and how often I actually get to go shopping. Thanks very much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.